Man, what's good, YouTube? I decided to make a 16-man tournament of some of the fighters with the most aura in the UFC. I'm most likely going to make a part 2 on the same topic of the video because there's going to be a lot of fighters left out. But starting off this tournament, we got Charles Oliveira taking on Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez and Charles Oliveira are very similar, both Brazilian, both got good jiu-jitsu, they can strike too, and they're just super entertaining and they just got something about them.
Huge shots landing on both. Damage on that calf, we'll keep an eye on that.
They were going back and forth on the feet. Oliveira attempts a Superman punch. Lopez ducks under it, but then he gets hit by a switch knee. Charles Oliveira was keeping up the pressure. They were trading shots. Lopez tried to set up a head kick, but he got caught. We got to round 2. This fight still hasn't hit the ground. They were just trading shots on the feet. Every time one of them shot a takedown, it was just like the little fake takedown where they were out of range.
Expected to come off of a left hook because all paid the next punch coming right.
They were both going to war. Charles Oliveira lands a high kick that lands on Lopez, but Lopez was seeming to get a little bit of the better of Oliveira. Also, that big check leg kick in the beginning of the second round, that hurt Oliveira big because that's going to take away a lot of his power.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Well, you can see his leg is hurt here starting.
He's got to keep pressing here. What a nasty kick. That was thrown with ill intent.
For the second fight taking place in this tournament, we got a prime Alexander Volkanovski taking on a prime Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib, he was going to waste no time. He goes in on the double leg and he gets Volk to the ground right away. And then he starts looking for a submission halfway through round 1.
Seconds now to go in the round.
After a dominating round 1, we get to round 2. Khabib instantly was on the front foot. He had Volk on the cage. He was able to open up a cut, and he was in on another takedown.
My goodness, he has a free double leg. DC. This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to...
Now his opponent's really on the rope. We have crossed the midpoint of this one.
Once again, just like round 1, Khabib was dominating on the ground. He probably could have got a ground and pound finish right there, but he decides to mix things up, go for a triangle, and it cost him position as Volk landed on top. But it didn't matter anyways because Khabib was able to get the position back. He landed in top mount, kept Volk down for the rest of round 2. Then we got to round 3. Volk starts out with a 1-2. He mixes in 2 leg kicks. Khabib shoots a takedown. Then he goes ahead and avoids some shots from Volk, gets another takedown, and he gets this fight to the ground once again, but Volk wasn't going to get dominated.
Inside the closed guard now. Khabib's got his arm under the... Ooh, that looks pretty tight. Oh, he's out. Here by Volkanovski.
Score the contest 29-27, 29-26, and 29-27. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
For another fight in this tournament, we got Dustin Poirier taking on Conor McGregor. We got 2 strikers who already versed each other 3 times in real life, with Dustin Poirier being 2-1.
Let's see what happens. Oh, inside kick.
What a connection.
Grab or wrestle. That's playing with his back.
They both weren't holding back in this fight. They were landing some big combinations and big shots that were putting each other down. McGregor goes in with a little spinning body kick, and then he leads Dustin Poirier in where he counters and sits him down. A lot of fighters in this tournament are lightweights. I guess you could kind of consider Holloway that too, but we got Islam Makhachev taking on Max Holloway. Islam started the fight shooting takedowns, but they were out of range. Holloway was able to time a cartwheel kick that lands on Islam that rocks him. Islam went in on the clinch, worked in some clinch knees, and this time he was able to push Holloway down when he went for that cartwheel kick. Then he got a double leg on the cage.
Takedown lands.
Oh, in good position to rip off a Kimura here. Wicked tight. Oh, the submission defense holds up. He gets out.
He said that he would everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it. Lands right.
Holloway did a good job at stopping Islam's first attempt on the ground, went for a submission. He worked up top to the head and to the body, but Islam, he was constantly trying to get this fight to the ground. He clinched up at the end of round 1, but he took a couple elbows and he has a cut open up. We get to round 2. They start out with a glove touch. Islam throws a body kick. Then Holloway goes ahead and switch stances.
Looking to set up that head.
Great timing on that double leg.
No problem. Right side right now. Gotta figure out a way to lower. McCott now. Folks, that is tight.
It looks like it's getting going.
Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You gotta figure out a way to get back to your feet.
Holloway did a good job of getting up in round 1. Round 2, Islam's trying to change that. He has him top mount, relentlessly landing a whole bunch of ground and pound shots. Holloway was blocking a lot of them, but he wasn't able to block everyone. Islam landed a nice elbow on the ground that hurt Holloway. He still had him in top mount, postured up once again, opened up a cut on Holloway. Holloway's block was running out, and Islam was keeping up the pressure, attempts a triangle choke on Holloway at the end of round 2, doesn't lock it in, but he was able to dominate the ground on the ground.
Going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure on his opponent.
He's not moving his head effectively. He's trying to be face first. Look, you know how tough you are. You got to move your head, be
Ending. Gets on the feet. His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choke.
Once again in round 3, Islam was attempting to get the fight to the ground, but Holloway was stuffing all his takedowns. Starting to take over on the feet, then Islam lands a nice uppercut that sits down Holloway, gets in on a takedown. Holloway made the mistake of jumping the ghillie, and then Islam was able to get out of it and start looking for a Kimura.
Really good job to land these.
Judges score the contest 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Islam Makhachev.
This next fight has a lot of aura between these two fighters. We got Anderson Silva and Alex Pereira. Pereira starts out hot with a lead high kick. Then Silva attempts to go to the body, but Pereira sets him down looking for a quick finish.
Position by Pereira. Triangle choke is locked in. Oh.
Both of these fighters got a lot of aura. Pereira probably has the most in the UFC today. Anderson Silva probably had the most back in the day. Silva was not looking the best on the feet. He had his chance on the ground to control Pereira or lock in a submission, but Pereira was able to land a high kick on Silva, and then he goes in with a right hook and a left hook, sits down Silva once again, and he even follows him to the ground going in for the finish. Silva was not looking great.
Huge left hand. Silva gets up. He is back on the feet.
Oh, nice. But his opponent's still standing, and I think that speaks to the durability.
Next fight on the other side of the bracket, we got Khamzat Chimaev, Shavkat Rakhmonov, two prospects that used to be in the same division. Now Khamzat's up to middleweight. He is losing a lot of his aura, but he still has it. In his next fight, even if he's been out for a while, that's actually probably going to help the aura a little bit when he comes back.
Oh, all right, so perhaps defensively there is Rakhmonov's trying. Oh, how about that transition?
The armbar.
Transitions to the belly down armbar.
That is a dangerous way to finish an armbar.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Good movement defensively here on the side control here. His opponent trying to control posture.
Round 1, there's a lot of good work on the ground. Shavkat was able to open up a cut on Khamzat. He was able to catch Khamzat's kick, land a straight right and a high kick, and then Khamzat got this fight to the ground after he landed a nice overhand on Shavkat.
Got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Oh, straight connection. If you're the bottom fighter,
attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. Drop his chest to get all the way down to the opponent's neck.
Khamzat was doing good work on the ground, attempted an arm triangle to finish his fight, but Shavkat got back up to the feet, gave him a knee to the body. Starts out round 3 with 2 elbows. Then he gets caught throwing a leg kick. He didn't get rocked, clinched up with Khamzat, lands the uppercut. Khamzat gives the uppercut back. He comes in with a lead hook. He throws a knee and an elbow. Knee is coming forward. Shavkat lands a nice check hook. And then Khamzat does the same thing, ends it with a high kick and sits him down.
Big, massive hook. That really has put his opponent on skates.
So Rakhmonov's trying to lock up on us. That looks tight. You gotta be... Chimaev's now looking for a Darce choke.
Great job maintaining position there. You never want to lose position to chase a submission.
Khamzat went ahead and finished the fight, but now we got this heavyweight matchup. We got Jon Jones taking on Tom Aspinall. I was going to use light heavyweight Jon Jones, but honestly, I feel like fat Jon Jones probably got more aura with the comeback, going to heavyweight and everything. There's something about him just finishing Cyril Gane and doing that little dance. When he came back, there was a lot more aura for him at heavyweight. Fat Jon Jones is different, even if he's not as good.
Round two. Just out of range. Oh, he lands a massive kick here. So pretty good.
Jon Jones was doing a good job by not letting Tom Aspinall land some big shots or get his grappling in. He shoots a takedown on Aspinall. Aspinall pulled the ghillie, but Jon Jones was able to get out of it. And Aspinall goes ahead. He works, reverses the position on Jon Jones with 2 minutes to work with in round two.
So many opportunities.
All right, well, it's 50 seconds now to go.
Tom Aspinall, he was gassing out more than Jon Jones. He attempts a high kick that lands. He goes for a spinning elbow. Jones lands a nice combo on him. But then Aspinall goes ahead and he gets a takedown. But Jon Jones, once this fight hit the ground, he goes in, locks in the guillotine. He was able to lock it in, almost get Tom Aspinall to tap. But he used it to get the top mount where he started going in with some brutal ground and pound.
Oh, he's going for his arm now. Oh, all right, crowd absolutely love it. Double leg takedown attack.
His ideal situation just happened.
All right, so the fight goes to...
All three judges score the contest. 29-28. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, Jon Jones.
For the last fight in the first round of this tournament, we got Derek Lewis taking on Chuck Liddell. They are both big hitters. They were throwing overhands to start this fight. Chuck Liddell was landing the bigger shots. He was able to sit down Derek Lewis.
And by doing that, he's...
Man, this is how these guys are...
But he doesn't get finished.
Derek Lewis would land his own shots, but he was taking a lot of damage. Chuck Liddell sets him down pretty badly. I'm actually surprised Lewis wasn't slept as how much damage he's been taking in this fight. Lewis probably would have been happy with laying on him to end off round one, but Chuck Liddell lands the overhand. Lewis lands the elbow. They both have a cut open up. Starting out round two, Liddell goes for a straight right, misses. Lewis comes in with the same thing. He gets countered and sat down. Lewis comes forward again, gets sat down by a check hook. Liddell was going in for the finish, but Derek Lewis was able to reverse the position, land on top mount where he's dangerous.
Good work here by Lewis. Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Bully his opponent here, really manhandling him up. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. There. Somehow, his opponent stayed up there.
I mean, he's still...
That wraps up the first round of this tournament. Now we get to the second round. We got Diego Lopez taking on Khabib, McGregor taking on Makhachev, Pereira versus Chimaev, and Jones versus Chuck Liddell. But starting things off in the second round, we got Diego Lopez taking on Khabib Nurmagomedov.
T-Mobile Arena is the back.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Applied here as he works out of side control. Here, but a nice...
Starting off in the first round, Khabib got the fight to the ground. He went for a submission, lost it. Lopez ended up on top until Khabib took the position back, but he decided to let him back up with 30 seconds left in round one. He was throwing combos in the air, kicking his legs. Lopez came forward, throwing a whole bunch of hooks. Khabib attempted a takedown, but that was the end of round 1. Then we got to round 2. Khabib was on the front foot. He was throwing combos. He was walking down Lopez. Lopez wasn't keeping his block up, and Khabib was just coming forward.
Out of range. Oh, and now the underhook, DC. Both guys appeared to land there. Nurmagomedov's really picking up the pace after round 1, so he got the message. Oh, big knee!
He couldn't find it.
Right to the target.
Khabib was striking a lot more in this fight than you think he would do, but Lopez, he was rocking Khabib. Khabib was also rocking him, hit him with a check hook and a high kick that sat him down. Lopez stood right back up, throws a front kick, gets hit by a straight right and a double jab that sits him down. Khabib goes in for the finish.
Oh, this could be over soon.
And the submission is very open up more and more as the fight goes longer.
Moving his head pretty well defensively. Is going sick after what they saw in that previous.
By both.
We're in round 3. Khabib's same strategy as the first 2 rounds. He was coming forward. He lands an uppercut and a high kick that sits down Lopez. Lopez took a lot of damage in this fight. He has the cut opened up. Khabib's working on the ground, starting to set up a triangle. Goes to lock it in. Diego Lopez leans back and he was able to get out of it, get top control on Khabib. He kept him there for about a minute. Then Khabib was able to get a reversal. Lopez got back up to the feet.
These guys were going back and now some separation from his clinch position. Trying to recover, but he's in a lot of trouble.
Khabib moves on to the next round. Now his cousin Islam Makhachev is going to be taking on Conor McGregor. Islam was on the front foot, throwing some stuff. Conor goes for an out-of-range spinning kick to the body. Islam got to fight to the ground, but Conor was able to get right back up to the feet just to get taken down again.
Execution on that early takedown. Everybody in this arena.
UFC, and it's all because of the way that he manages space in the distance. Right to the knee on belly.
Just over 3 minutes here to go, round 1. And he's back up again.
So far in this fight, Islam was getting takedowns, but McGregor was doing a great job of getting back up to the feet. Landed combos up to the head and to the body, opened up a cut on Islam. Islam shot another double leg that he turned, and he got the fight to the ground once again. And he started setting up an arm triangle, postured up instead, started letting off some ground and pound, and he did some damage on McGregor.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
After a good round 1 for Islam Makhachev, we get to round 2. Conor was landing some good shots on Islam. He goes for a hook kick into a spinning body kick. Then he went for a hook kick to a spin, and then Islam shot a double leg, got the fight to the ground once again.
Oh, looks like he's going for an armbar here. He might get a finish here.
Round 2, Islam had the fight on the ground once again, locked in an armbar, almost made McGregor tap. He was in top mount, raining down a whole bunch of shots. McGregor was doing a good job at avoiding some of them, but he was taking some big damage. And Islam just kept him there for pretty much all of the round, just posturing up, landing big shots, rocking McGregor back to back. Probably had a chance to finish if he would have just kept punching, but instead he transitions to an armbar and he doesn't even commit to it. He goes ahead and takes McGregor's back instead. He's just bullying him at this point. On the one side of the bracket, Islam's going to be taking on Khabib, but on this side of the bracket, we got Pereira taking on Chimaev. Pereira was doing a good job landing kicks early. He was landing that left hook. Chimaev did a good job of not getting knocked out. He was in on his first takedown. Pereira was able to stuff that takedown, reverse him, give a nice elbow in the clinch, and he goes in with that left hook. He opens up a cut on Chimaev, and Chimaev finally got the fight to the ground.
That if I need to, over and over again, this is massive. Now he gets to fight where he's comfortable. Shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Winner on this fight is going to be taking on Chimaev to try to move on to the finals. We got John Jones taking on Chuck Liddell. Chuck starts out bad. He gets sat down by a spinning back fist, but then he lands an overhand that lands on Jones, and that rocks him.
Huge shot. So holding on to him here, not doing a ton. Nice positional control here. An elbow! In MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every...
And cause so much damage. That has been the game plan.
Oh, heavy shots raining down. John Jones by first round TKO.
After a quick finish, we move on to the semifinals. We got Khabib versus Makhachev, Chimaev versus Jones. But starting things out, we got Khabib Nurmagomedov taking on his own cousin, Islam Makhachev.
They have skills similar that you know. Oh, guillotine here. He's advanced to a finishing position.
Oh, submission defense.
This fight hit the ground pretty early. Islam got some control time, but Khabib got back up to the feet. Islam was walking him down, hit him with a 1-2 and a right hook. Khabib was trying to clinch up with him, but he ate an elbow for it, and that opened up a cut, and Khabib was able to get a takedown, got the fight to the ground. He got some control time himself, but Islam got back up to the feet. Khabib just started teeing off, rocking Islam. He had him backed up on the cage, shot another double leg to end the round. Ends round 1 with a takedown, and then we get to round 2.
And look at him walking back to that corner. He's
Look at his coaches, they're all set.
All right, so we're in the clinch. Not anymore.
When you do it right, it takes no effort. This young man just did it right. Now he's secured back position.
Into half guard here, but he's denied.
This has got to be it.
Oh, he's out.
He actually, I got to stop writing these dudes obituaries, man. I always think they're done. Surprise me.
Escape. Looks like he's trying to isolate an arm here, DC.
Yeah, he's isolated. No, he transitions all the way across to try to finish this fight.
And this very much looks like the beginning of the end. Could be only a matter of time here. Control. He's denied. Oh, big pop.
They're both really good on the ground with a lot of transitions and submissions attempts between the both of them. Khabib shot a double leg. He got the fight to the ground, and he decides to let Islam up. He lands a nice knee and an elbow that lands on Islam, shoots another takedown, but Islam reverses it, and he ends off round 2 on top. Then we get to round 3.
Shutting that cut. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he doesn't know where he is. That you should pan. Beautiful submission.
Oh, bails on the submission now. Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further. Oh, the ground and pound is coming. Good, huge elbow.
They both had some good work on the ground. Islam Makhachev, he starts setting up a Kimura. He already locked in a submission on Khabib. They were both transitioning, trying to get a finish in this fight. Islam ended off on top with some ground and pound, tried to end things off with an elbow. We went to a decision.
The judges scored the contest 30-27, 29-28, 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Islam Makhachev.
Now moving on to the final matchup of the day, we got Islam Makhachev taking on John Jones for the fighters with the most aura.
Champion in UFC history, another massive spot for Johnny Bones Jones. We'll see how he approaches the early going here. Nice mix of knockouts and submissions. Hard to find any sort of weakness thus far in the UFC career of one of the greatest of all time. Jones takes the center of the octagon.
Islam, even though he might pound for pound have some better striking than John Jones, he's attempting to get the fight to the ground, and he was looking for a submission right away. John Jones was able to reverse the position. He's on top. He postured up. He starts going for some ground and pound. Islam goes ahead and reverses the position, and he starts working from side saddle, and he wasn't letting him out.
Standing over his opponent here and making full sequence there by Islam Makhachev. All right, so we can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
Islam was dominating John Jones in this position, and he finally let up. He got out of that position, but he opened up a big cut on John Jones. He had a dominant position, but with 30 seconds left in round 1, he attempts a triangle, wasn't able to get it. John Jones controlled him for the last 30 seconds. Then we got to round 2. John Jones starts out with a jab, a straight right. Islam lands an overhand left hook, and he starts throwing high kicks, and he sits down John Jones. He has him in the clinch to open up round 2, but he separates from the clinch. Jones goes for a side kick. Islam's throwing hooks. Jones clinches up, gives him a clinch elbow. Then Islam tries to set up a head kick, but then he gets countered.
Still attached to his body.
The last time I saw an uppercut. Back and forth we go. These two guys are trading huge.
Oh, now a big left hand. opening round, he has certainly picked up. He's got one here. Beautiful diving strike lands. That'll do it! How you leave the judges out of it.
In a 16-man tournament of some of the fighters with the most aura, Islam Makhachev goes ahead and he wins the tournament. He had some favorable matchups, but a tough tournament. He had to take Holloway in the first round, then he had to take on Conor McGregor, and then he had to take on his own cousin Khabib to move on to the final matchup to beat Jon Jones with a round 2 TKO. He beat a prime Holloway, prime McGregor, prime Khabib, prime Jon, maybe not prime Jon Jones, but he finishes on top.